Hello.
What I'm looking for. Now I'm still haven't found what I'm looking for. I have kissed honey lips, health on healing in a fingertips. Burn like a fire, it's burning the desire. I have spoke with the tongue of angels. I have held the hand of the devil. It was warm in the night. I'm still haven't found what I'm looking for. Now I'm still haven't found what I'm looking for. I believe in the kingdom come, and all the colors will bleed into one, bleed into one. But yes, I'm still running. You rock the bones and you lose the chains, carry the cross of my shame. Oh, my shame. You know I believe it, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. No, I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Oh, man. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Verge of Sanity Radio. Back after a couple of days being away. A couple of days after being away. And last week we had our buddy Klaus in, and it was a interesting show, to say the least. We have many things to do with Klaus in the future. We have a very Klaus Christmas. We're going to do another segment, which is Klaus translating German words and sentences and phrases and the whole nine. But we have another bloodshed friend here, another gentleman from the farm. Please welcome to the show with us to spend the next 2 hours discussing whatever the hell he wants to talk about. Cuddles McSpanky is here.
Hi, everybody. Well, you said my name 3 times, and it's a lot like Beetlejuice. I'm just going to pop up anywhere. Kind of like herpes, too. Good herpes.
Is there really such thing as good herpes?
The herpes that you get, all the herpes are good herpes.
All right, then. Well, thank you for taking the time out to talk to us today and for stopping on in. And right off the bat, we got to talk about your novel.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not quite a novel per se, but it's a novelette, and it's about the legend of Cuddles McSpanky, the legend of me, and who wouldn't want to read about me?
Exactly. Well, I mean, just to go over a couple things here in regards to the legend of Cuddles McSpanky. Your Facebook page has a number of different things.
Yes, it is a true story.
As to where
all you may.
They're all true.
They're all a true story.
I mean, for those who don't know, haven't liked the page, if you haven't, go like it now. The Cuddles McSpanky page on Facebook. But just to go over a couple of the things, and that is, let's see, that you were a comedian turned psychotic when an accident involving a blender machine left you in stitches.
Good time. Except I might remove Stitches from that one because who likes that guy? No, I'm just kidding, Stitches.
And then we have that you're a prisoner at the Delhi prison, and was your man when music therapy was used to calm your nerves, and I guess it was Pop Goes the Weasel for 40 hours straight.
I mean, you gets on your nerves a little bit.
And then let's see, you're the result of several chemical testing experiments in Jack's pen of pain to tenderize meat.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you ever go to the slaughterhouse?
Yeah.
You ever get the chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, the chicken fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That special sauce. Mm-hmm. Guess who developed that? Developed, finger quotes.
And then let's see. I think the last one here is that you were a neurosurgeon's efforts to bring back his dead son when the experiment went awry, and the surgeon was given no choice but to destroy the body, which later animated and stumbled into a circus. So which one is true? It says all of them or none. I mean, this description is like one of those pick your own ending stories.
So pick your own ending. And none of them actually are in the novelette. None of those are actually referenced in the novelette. That's actually by a guy named Tom Joyce, who is he's actually won a couple awards as a writer. So if you like that story, please follow his blog and give it a good read, and you get to learn maybe a little bit of truth about Cuddles McSpanky.
Now I haven't got a chance to read it just yet. I do plan on sitting down. I'm off today and tomorrow from my actual job, so hopefully I'll get a chance to sit down and read it. And is it? I mean, we have a tinier human being in here with us. Is the story kid friendly?
Well, the story itself is it's kid friendly per se if you let your kids watch R-rated movies. But yeah, it's got some language in it, so I don't recommend some of my smaller fans to be reading it on their own, but maybe with a little parental guidance everybody can sample the fruit of the Cuddles McSpanky loins.
That's the best way I think I've ever heard that put, so thank you for that. So, I mean, you've been part of the Bloodshed family for a number of years.
10 years.
10 years?
10 years.
And I mean, people can see you there. They can see you there. I mean, unfortunately, the farm is closed now as the Halloween season has come to an end, and we go fast track into Christmas. Well, we were at Christmas back in September.
I take pride in being one of the first things that you see at the Bloodshed Farm, since I get to see all my children, my McSpanky minions, if you will.
And you spin the tracks there now.
I do. I've done that for the past 2 years now. I had a good relationship with the DJ we had before, but when we moved, he didn't move with us, and now I just kind of couldn't help myself. I figured I'll put on a couple of Cuddles favorites.
Well, I mean, it's always a blast listening to the tunes that you pick. I mean,
my mixtape is fire.
Yes, it is. Now, I haven't heard the phrase mixtape in a long time.
Sorry, mix CD. Is that what the kids are using these days?
I guess so.
All
I
right.
mean, I remember recording my songs off the radio, from in my little dual decks radio.
I remember chiseling the songs into a vinyl disc. Yeah.
And but I mean,
vinyl is those big round things with the big bell. 20-year-old kid who's listening. And they put the needle onto the vinyl and it goes, and then the music starts playing. That's vinyl.
And that's what music was on before you had them on your phone.
Before we used to bang rocks together.
Yeah.
Before that.
and that's how it started. You ever see what's the Mel Brooks flick? History of the World Part 1, and she goes into the whole story about how music began. And it's just five guys and a caveman just banging rocks on each other.
Yeah, I was one of the guys. I was one of those guys.
But it's definitely, I mean, I like that. But so you do that now, and to hear your mixtape, your mix CD, whichever it is.
Actually, it's like mix MP3s now. It's a playlist. Let's just be honest. It's a laptop.
But the one song that I haven't heard before, and we were discussing a little bit ago, was the Shia LaBeouf song.
Oh yeah, the Shia LaBeouf song. Are you like born under a rock or do you live under the rock that it used to bang together?
Well, no, it's just, you know, I'm so preoccupied with other stuff that I don't anything that came out 6 months ago, I'm just now finding out about now.
Hi, my name is Cuddles McSpanky. I'll be your guide to the internet.
Thank you. And but that one, and then, you know, the video is damn near as funny as the song is.
Both of them are, both versions, the cartoon version and the how should we put this, Broadway musical version, we'll say. That's one that has the Cirque du Soleil performers in the video. Yes. And the whole nine, and we have selfies happening in the studio right now. No selfies.
I'm just gonna hang a sign up. This is selfie free zone.
You know, I was actually really against selfies for the longest time, and I just kind of turned to them, and because I blew up on the Insta spam and the Snapchat and
Insta spam,
yeah, because that's all that happens to me, as I just get a bunch of spam in my inbox.
And for those who want to follow you on, say, the Instagram, or is there just, do you have a Instagram page?
I do have an Instagram page. It is at Cuddles McSpanky. That's also my Twitter. And the Facebook is actually facebook.com/Cuddles the Haunted Clown, which is kind of a misnomer because I hate clowns. But yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm not active most of the year, but every once in a while, like if there is
there's denial happening, I guess from the peanut gallery here.
Every once in a while, there's activity from Monster Mania, which they let me out for, and sometimes Bizarre AC and other conventions that I just kind of pop up to, and they let me in the door.
Now, do you I mean, coming across, going to Monster Mania thing, I saw you at Monster Mania.
Yeah.
Both my kids are there. My oldest one is here in studio with us, and going through the photos I found, I was like, I know that guy, and I was like, and he licked my daughter's face.
I got a question for you. Does she still taste the same?
I think so.
Does she? Okay, we'll find out later.
But in the cosplay stuff, and the Monster Mania, I've yet to hit the Bizarre AC Festival yet.
I'm thinking about cosplaying one of these times.
Are you?
Yeah, I think
I
might. Yeah, like actually cosplay. I don't know, but I was thinking like maybe a little bit toned down. Like I'm thinking Sid Haig without the makeup.
Yeah.
I want to cosplay as Sid Haig. not Captain Spaulding, just Sid Haig.
Just Sid Haig?
Sid Haig, yeah.
Well, to do that, you have to get a bunch of gray hairs and just like glue them randomly to your face.
Yeah.
But I mean, going to the Monster Mania convention and whatnot, I mean, I know there's a bunch of cosplayers there. Has there been any costume say? I don't want to go back to the beginning when you guys started going, because there's different costumes every single year.
Right.
But say from this past convention, was there any costume that was there that you saw where you're just kind of like, wow, that's actually, because you see clowns all the time there. There's certain things where you see all the time.
Well, did you go to the costume contest?
I did not, because
because you're boring.
My schedule didn't allow it for me to get there. I usually try to go Saturday to go to the Rocky Horror thing they do on Saturday nights. But I'm not. I've not been to one of the costume contests yet. I know the one year the guy went dressed as Buffalo Bill, and ended up winning
last year, I think.
Yeah.
So this year, I entered the costume contest. I always enter the costume contest just for fun, because I like showing me off. And I entered the sexy costume contest.
Did
and,
you really?
Yeah, I got up on stage and I showed off my greatest assets. And it was a good time. I'm sure somebody has a picture of those assets somewhere, and if you want to put that on my Instagram or Facebook page, I'd love that. But the best costume that I saw at Monster Mania is I saw a girl there who had a Predator costume, but it wasn't a Predator costume like you think. It looks like this woman went to war with the Predators and dismantled one and is wearing one as armor.
That's pretty badass.
It was a fantastic costume. It was great because it made me think that somebody could battle a Predator and win without any visible weaponry. And then that, unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm not sure if that's very possible. And even he used logs and stuff.
So he still tended to use a weapon.
He used weapons, very big weapons.
Now, are you familiar with, again, coming with, I assume by now the Cuddles has become a pretty big staple of Monster Mania. People come and try to find you at the convention itself.
Yeah, I got a group of people, a small group. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm as popular as Bam Margera, who was there, but I
still don't know why he was there.
Hey, Bam Margera, why not? It's Bam Margera. He's a jackass like the rest of us.
He was charging. I think when I talked to his handler, he was charging. I think it was pretty good. It's like $30 just for a picture with him.
Yeah, and that's actually cheap by celebrity standards at these conventions.
But that was just for a photo. That wasn't for an autograph. That was, and if you wanted both, you had to pay for both. There was no, hey, you buy two, or if you buy the autograph, you get the picture for free.
And that's every celebrity. I mean, there are a couple celebrities that I've met outside of conventions. I actually met, and you had him, you interviewed him, Michael Rooker.
Mm-hmm.
I got a picture with him. It was when I was graduating clown college, and we had a party afterwards, and I was a little bit, let's just say, inebriated, and I saw this guy walk by me, and I'm like, I know that guy. Michael Rooker! It's Michael Rooker! I didn't even say Michael Rooker. What was his character in The Walking Dead?
Meryl.
Meryl. That's what I said. I looked and I was like, Meryl! And he turned around and he was like, kind of went like, hey, yeah, you got me. And he came over and we talked for like a good 5 minutes and he took a picture with us and it was great. I mean, he was a really good guy. I didn't get to see him at Wizard World Comic Con, which was the next day, and we actually went to that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get to see what he was charging, but he was kind enough to take a picture of me. And I was so inebriated that I didn't even think of taking a picture. It was actually him that suggested to take a picture.
I mean, there's been so many guys that I've met there, and again, going with the celebrity thing, that a lot of them do charge, what I feel is considered a very high price. I mean, not so much the top A-list guys, the guys like Robert Englund, Matthew Lillard,
Nathan Fillion,
Tony Todd, guys like that, guys that have been in a number of iconic horror films. And then
Nathan Fillion has not been in any. Well, not really.
Well, I mean, just in general, they've been in a number of movies. And then you have the guys that are like lower in the totem pole. They've been in like one movie and then kind of faded away and have ridden those coattails for the last 25 years or so.
Right.
And they're charging like $35-$40 for an autograph. I'm like, oh, come on.
Well, I can tell you.
And then this one, we met Robert Englund for free. It was his autograph was, I think, $50, whatever it was, but he was doing pictures for free. And he would just talk to everybody. And I was like, Robert Englund, Freddy fucking Krueger is charging nothing for a picture with him, yet so-and-so down there is charging $20 for a picture with him. It hurts my head 90% of the time.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it doesn't matter how big that I get, but the McSpanky minions, they all should know that a Cuddles McSpanky picture, a picture with me, Cuddles McSpanky, will always be free. It will always be free. I will never, charge money to take a picture. I might have to charge a little bit of money for an autograph now and then because I mean, you can't just live on candy corn like
Klaus.
I need a little funny
Klaus,
money.
candy corn and Instagram likes.
I do take Monopoly money though.
Do
you
you
want to throw me some Monopoly money?
Don't
for
tell
a
us that
picture.
because I'll come to Montreal next year to start chucking off mine at you.
That's okay. Make it rain.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, grab some of them hotels and houses and use that to make it hail.
But
Look at all these rental properties.
now, have you? There's a gentleman that I had in the show a few months ago, and he's a staple of the convention community. You know, with the Bizarre ACs and Chiller Theater, especially Monster Mania. That's Father Evil.
Oh, Pop Evil.
Yeah. Father Evil, you know, we had him on the show, and he's a blast. He was a blast to talk to. But there's so many, you know, people that have gone just to, you know, go there and have fun that have become like, you know, if someone finds out they're not there that day, they get like heartbroken.
And you know, we've actually had Pop Evil, as I like to call him. He actually worked at Bloodshed Farms one of the nights last year, and
Did he really?
He's great to work with. I mean, he's a great guy, and I can't say a bad thing about him. You know, he's a great guy to work with, and he is so into what he does. I mean, it's just great.
Yeah, I mean, he came in. You know, he did half the interview as Father Evil, and then we had a discussion with him out of character. And, you know, he gave me a lot of inside information that I can't quite talk about on the air yet because it hasn't come to fruition.
Right.
But I'll tell you about what once we exit the airwaves here. But there was some stuff there. I know that he's working on a graphic novel.
Right.
But it's been on Facebook, so I know I can talk about that. But there's one thing he's working on that I'll discuss later on, which I think is really cool. And once it happens, we're gonna have him back on the show again.
The suspense is killing me.
But it's I mean, especially with the horror conventions, they've gotten so big. It seems that there's a different convention debuting at least once a year. You know, because there was the Monster Mania was the first one that I heard of. But I know Chiller Theater was around before Monster Mania was.
There's several conventions. There's also the National Haunters Convention, which is actually more geared towards
like paranormal investigators.
No, actually,
really?
It's more geared towards haunted houses and, you know, developing props and developing all sorts of different, you know, making your haunted house better.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's got a lot of, you can learn a lot. There's seminars on the art of scaring and all sorts of good stuff. So, I mean, if you're a haunting actor and, you know, you want to make yourself better, please, I mean, go to these seminars and, you know, come see me. I'll teach you a couple things.
And so there's, you know, there's that stuff. And the guys that have gone there and have become a staple of it. And it's awesome to see guys that just go there in costume, like, you know, Father Evil. He had said, you know, I asked how he came up with the character of Father Evil, and he was like, "Well, you never see an evil priest. You know, you never see
a truly evil priest,
a truly evil priest walking around." And that's what he, you know, and the costume that he has now is obviously different from when he first started because everything, you know, has grown and a difference. And he was telling me in studio. Off the air once the show ended that the sash that he wears and the cross that he wears are actually were blessed by an actual priest, and the cross itself had some kind of a defect, and that he bought it online from somewhere out in Rome, and it had this weird defect to it, and people always happen to notice it when they're looking at the cross. It's like some kind of skull or some weird thing that was put into it. And it's really creepy itself. And he himself is relatively creepy.
Well, characters like myself, we're not created. We are, we're born. It's not, people want to say, well, how'd you create this? How'd you create that? And I wasn't created. I was kind of created, like kind of in a sense, if you talk about chemicals and stuff, maybe, who knows? But I was born, you know, and I was born this way. Oh, by the way, you two. I mean, I see you're using them fancy thinking boxes over there, as Pierre Robert would say.
Yes.
You're using them fancy thinking boxes over there. Why don't you jump up on the Cuddles McSpanky novel and give it a good read for me? I mean, and you can ask me some good questions about it. Because this guy, he didn't do his homework.
And what? Here, what? Yeah, talk. You got Mike right there. Yeah, nope, you're not gonna talk. All right. And Lizzie, knock it off. My daughter's torturing our other in-studio guest that won't talk on the mic. No, she talked. Holy shit. Stop it. I'm gonna put you in the corner.
No one puts baby in the corner.
So, the hell was that?
Someone didn't see the big red sign that says on air and then, hey, maybe I should turn my phone off. No, not you. You're a rebel. I like you. Not really.
Are you okay?
It seems our Coke stars are going to asphyxiate.
Yes. So there was a thing that I saw, and not to veer the subject of the show off to different. Oh, you want to talk, Lizzie? No, okay. So there was I saw your mic come on, and so the other day I saw something on Facebook, and it was relatively awesome, and it was a story about a gentleman who was diagnosed with cancer, and he had a couple weeks to live, and he's a huge Star Wars fan.
Hey.
Yeah,
you know what the kid with no arms and no legs got for Christmas?
What?
Cancer. That's messed up, but it's funny. You laughed.
Oh, God damn it! But he gets diagnosed with cancer. And he was a big Star Wars fan, huge Star Wars fan, and it was the only time in the history of, hey, share this, that actually fucking worked and made a difference somewhere, and that is this guy wanted to see Star Wars before it came out because he wasn't going to be able. He didn't think he was going to live to see the premiere. So J.J. Abrams and Disney decided to let him see it. They're letting him see it before anybody else does. And I feel bad that this gentleman has cancer. I feel bad that he's dying and it's inoperable, but fuck this guy. I want to see it before anybody else does too.
Well, I like to do anything for the kids, really, and anything that helps benefit. And this guy, I mean, I know he was married and
he's married and had kids of his own, and
but to me, I mean, he's still a kid at heart, and that's what matters. But anything to help out kids who have these types of problems or anything. And I don't know if you heard about this, but we actually did an event not too long ago, me and the Circus Rejects, along with a couple other of my friends.
And that would be Bobo, not Bobo.
Not Bobo,
Carnage.
Pre-Bobo.
Carnage,
and Kisses.
Yeah, all right.
And it was a event for Team Frankie. And Frankie was a young boy who was he had a very rare form of cancer. And his last wish was to have Halloween. He wanted to have Halloween, and everybody pretty much knew that he wasn't going to make it to Halloween.
Yeah.
So we had Halloween for him, and I dressed up as a certain clown with green hair that has purple clothes on instead of the red and black that I wear. But we did this event for Frankie, and to see the joy in this kid's eyes, he was ecstatic. I mean, he got to have Halloween in June, and it was great. And honestly, it wasn't 3 days later that we got the message that he had passed away.
That's wow.
And it was heartbreaking, but I was glad that we could do that for him. And that I'm all about doing events like that. So if you know somebody, please get in contact with me. That if you know somebody that could use an event like that or want some help like that, please contact me and take my information down. And we'll make it happen. We'll give the kid or whoever a good time. We'll give you a good time. If it's you, it doesn't matter to me.
I'll make it rain. And then but there was we're actually working on, we're kind of in the planning stage of doing some kind of Toys for Tots event, probably sometimes towards December. And it's gonna be a big local band showcase. It's mostly gonna be at Shady Katie's in Somerdale, New Jersey, which we've had a bunch of shows there before. And it's obviously it's going to be the Toys for Tots. They were also going to do a food drive for needy families, not for Phil Abundance, but for the South Jersey Food Bank. Because we did an event after Sandy hit, and it was
Sandy was tough.
It was.
My clown shoes floated away.
And then we
I actually had to use one as a canoe.
We did the event, and it was a pretty good turnout for it. We had a bunch of bands there, and then we had one band that my buddy had told me, hey, they're a Christian rock band, but they're here listening to their music, and I did, and they're actually relatively good. And I was like, okay, fine, we'll throw them on.
But I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
I was like, but the lyrics aren't all abundance of Jesus, so this is okay. I can deal with it. And probably Liz, about a couple hours into the show, the power went out because it was raining all that day of the event.
That's fun.
And then one of the bands up there playing, and all of a sudden the power just cuts off.
Quick, break out the acoustic guitars.
And that's what we did. The other two acts that were playing, they were acoustic acts, so it seemed to work out relatively well. Where the electric bands are done for a bit, and now we have the two acoustic acts.
Bye. Go off stage now.
But
Bye.
the one Christian band, they're halfway to the venue, and we had to call them up. And I don't know who you are. Why are you waving to me? But so it's
because I waved out.
Oh, and then, they were like, they got pissed off. Like, I can't understand why the show's being canceled. It's like, well, we have no power.
No power, just like home.
We have zero power. We have nothing at all. It's not our fault. And they held us accountable for it. Like, they were really pissed. I'm like, oh wow, so godly of you.
Were they pissed?
Huh?
They were pissed, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. They're relatively angry.
That means something completely different. Where I'm from.
What? Why? Why that? Why?
Because I wanted to shoot myself.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh,
no one has any idea what's going on.
remember Klaus was here? It was a total clusterfuck when he was here. Yeah, it's getting that same way.
We're running late. I mean, we didn't get on to what? We got on at 8:30.
8:20. Something along those lines.
I couldn't find a good shirt for radio. I mean, it was. How do I look? Do I look good for radio?
You do. You look fantastic for radio.
I feel good.
Definitely a face for radio.
Oh, thank you. My mother told me that.
But
I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Lynn.
Lynn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was my name when I was a little girl.
Oh, very good, sir. Very good. And it was, it's the 30 years of this plant. It's the first time that line's ever been used against me. So that was, congratulations. If this computer went a bit faster than it is, I'd be able to have some stories up here by now. But unfortunately,
it's about as slow as you are.
Yeah. Funny thing is, it's not even Explorer. It's Firefox. It's supposed to be faster than Internet Explorer is.
Time to go to Chrome.
And sometimes, for some reason, if you can't see, they do still have Internet Explorer as an option on this computer.
Wow.
And I've told them numerous times that they need to stop that now because it's going to make the studio melt.
Well,
someone's going to click on it accidentally, and everything's going to just break. It's going to burst into flames.
Hey, if Internet Explorer has the courage to ask you to be your default browser, you have the courage to ask that girl out. That's all I'm saying.
And this is all right. This is Reddit is my favorite site to go to for these kind of stories, and unfortunately, I found none that are horrible. The worst story I've ever seen on Reddit was about a man who he diddled with a hornet's nest.
What am I looking at here?
Well, that's my Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but let's see. This is let's see. It's gotta be Ohio. Why the hell not? Police in Ohio said they were called to a house by a man who complained he got too high smoking marijuana.
He was gonna clean his room,
but he got high.
Yeah, he was gonna get up and find a broom,
but he got high.
Yeah. Now his room's a mess. You know why?
Because he got high.
Because he got high.
Because he got high. So that's. I have to extract that from the audio and actually make that a soundbite now. That was it's more a story here. Where it said Youngstown Vindicator reported that the Austintown Township Police Department found a 22-year-old man curled in the fetal position on the floor, groaning, surrounded by snacks that included Doritos, Goldfish crackers, and Chips Ahoy cookies. The Chips Ahoy, aren't they Keebler? No, they're Nestle.
Yeah, I
are they
heard-
Keebler? Fuck Keebler. Keebler sucks.
I heard Keebler sucks.
Yeah.
I know. Do you know why Klaus hates Keebler so much?
Why
His parents are Keebler elves.
are they?
Yeah, and he's so tall he couldn't fit in the tree, and that's why they kicked him out. That's why he hates Keebler so much.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn. I
The only thing they gave him to survive was 3 fudge stripe cookies.
and candy corn.
Nah, we gave him the candy corn.
Oh, okay.
I taught him how to freebase it. You know, inject it. That's how I found out they're like the Terminator 2 bad guy.
I forgot about that. I forgot that he freebased candy corn for a while. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just.
Freebasing candy corn over there?
Oh yeah.
That's I mean-
Boys and girls of
Nasty.
every age, freebasing candy corn is the craze. That's a bad idea, kids. That's just a bad
That is.
idea.
That is, do not
If any of you-
follow.
if I find out that any of you died because you tried that, I'm gonna bring you back to kill you again because you're that stupid.
Yeah, don't follow the example of Cuddles.
Hey, it ain't me. It ain't me. I just taught him how to do it. I didn't do it. Here, do this. Does this hurt? Will you eat this? Does this hurt while you eat this? Those are the kinds of games that we
It
play.
tastes like burning. This is a fucking stupid story. Southbridge Middle High School. Wait, that's got to be a typo. Southbridge Middle High.
Yeah, middle high. That they call it middle high every once in a while.
Do they?
Yeah, that's like an old school way of calling
Okay,
it.
yeah, because I've never heard it
That's
Middle
real
High.
old school. Where's it from? What state?
Massachusetts.
Yeah, there you go. That's why.
A Southbridge Middle High School.
I don't give a mess of two shits.
Locked down for more than an hour Wednesday after 2 girls mistook a student holding a stapler for a gun. The Telegram.
Was it at least a staple gun?
I mean, I hope it was, but I'm pretty sure it may have just been a stapler, and I'm not quite sure how you could possibly confuse that for a gun. But then again, everything's gotten so PC and retarded in the last, couple years.
Wasn't a staple gun used in what was that movie? Final Destination,
Yeah.
3 or something?
I think so.
Yeah, there was a staple gun there. It's like, so you could kill somebody with a staple gun, or was it what killed him at the end? I don't remember. I think that was the one that was like choose your own ending. Kind of like that Cuddles McSpanky story.
It was what was that story from it was a couple years ago about the kid that got suspended for biting a Pop-Tart into the shape of an L. And they thought it was like, and they're like, hey, you bit into the shape of a gun. Kid's like 8 and they suspended him for biting his Pop-Tart into an L.
I knew a kid who in 8th grade got suspended for bringing it was a laser pointer, but it was in the shape of a water gun. It actually got suspended, and the cops came and everything.
Did they really?
Yeah, and they called this kid's parents, told him that his kid committed a felony. Their kid committed a felony, and then I mean, it all got worked out in the end. There was letters written and expungences and all that sort of fun stuff. But
wow,
yeah, that's the type of world we've been living in. This type of world for a long time, at least since 2006.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Well, yeah. At least since what was it, Columbine?
Yeah.
Once that happened, it was just kind of like all downhill from there. If this stuff was badass, 17-month-old in the history of the world, then everybody has to rethink their priorities. In Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Bugs Bunny frequents there all the time. A mother whose 17-month-old son was playing in their backyard found the boy covered in blood while holding a poisonous snake in his mouth. The boy's mother told the Brazilian media that her son Lorenzo was so quiet for a while that she went out to see what he was doing and found him with the snake in his mouth and the animal still struggling to get loose. He had been at his house in Mostardas, a coastal city in Brazil's Rio Grande, and an urban area where the snakes are rarely seen. The child was immediately taken to the hospital due to fears that he had been bitten by the snake, but doctors could not find any injuries or symptoms of poisoning, concluding the boy was in good health. Doctors determined Lorenzo had apparently bitten the venomous snake and killed it.
Yeah, see, I just envision the kid sounding like Bane with the snake in his mouth.
Mother, there's nothing to worry about here. Everything is as it should be.
Yeah, I mean, that is just like, that's one badass kid. Like, the kid was like, oh, you're a poisonous snake?
Snakes.
Nom, nom, nom.
Snakes are a good source of fiber.
Gary, really? Pizza?
Gotham City isn't even known for it.
And this one, this is why I kind of trust dogs more than humans when it comes to certain things.
That's because they're better people than humans.
Oh, the story is not there. Son of a bitch. Basically, I read the story the other day. Apparently, some wonderful parents had dumped their newborn behind a garbage dumpster, and a stray dog found the baby with the umbilical cord still attached and carried it to the nearest house. And then they called the hospital. They came and got the baby back to full health again. So
hopefully the dog didn't use the umbilical cord like a leash. Oh, I've seen humans do this. This is what I'm supposed to do, right?
Oh, just dragging it.
Come here. Come on, boy. Come on.
Thud, thud, thud.
Come here.
Oh, sorry, pothole.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go, George? Where'd he go?
Yeah, right over there. And all right, we'll end with this and do a quick break and come back for a couple other things. Oh, look, this is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right here close to home. A woman who kept mentally disabled adults captive in the basement of her home in other states for their checks was sentenced to Thursday to life in prison.
You know what? It sucked down there. Let me tell you.
Were you there?
Yeah, I was there. What do you think? I haven't seen my checks in months. She told me that, it was all going to be great. There'd be candy and watermelon and pizza. And it was going to be like a big barbecue in a basement. And somehow she got the sun in the basement. And I haven't seen the sun in a long time, let me tell you. So I jump on that immediately. Next thing I know, my checks aren't coming in the mail anymore. Everybody smells like doo-doo butter. And it's just a bad time. It was just a bad time.
Everybody smells like doo-doo butter.
But I got to meet a lot of people who are really nice, but they also smell like doo-doo butter.
And there was doo-doo and feces.
Doo-doo. Klaus likes poop. I like doo-doo butter.
And also, fuck Keebler. Let's see here.
This is a tragic daddy story.
Linda Weston, 55, apologized and stated, "I believe in God, and God knows what happened." Yes, God knows you're a horrible person.
He been watching your head. He's not proud.
U.S. District Judge Cynthia replied that there are a lot of people in this courtroom who know what happened too. Yay, great comeback. She's got Judge Judy in there. In exchange, federal prosecutors agreed to recommend a life term. Her lawyers have said she wanted to plead guilty in the interest of her children. Several victims described their horrific experiences before the sentencing. I want to see if there's anything. Let's see. The victims, who eventually totaled 6 disabled adults and 4 children, were often sedated with drugs in their food and drinks, sometimes deprived of food and medical care, and forced to use buckets for bathrooms.
Yeah, that was the best part.
Which explains the doo-doo butter.
Yeah.
When they tried to escape, stole food, or otherwise protested their treatment, Weston and others punished them by slapping, punching, kicking, stabbing, burning, or hitting them with closed hands, belts, sticks, bats, hammers, or other objects, including the butt of a pistol. So this woman is really fucked up. I mean, so that's a shame. I'm really happy that no one died. I'm happy that people were actually, survived this treatment. And for this bitch, I'm happy she got life in prison because that's what she deserves. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to take a brief break, come back and discuss some more of the legend of Cuddles McSpanky, as well as some of the more the better side of the internet. With pretty rough shit. So we're gonna,
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I don't, but Reddit has showed me numerous times the power of the dark
Oh,
side.
that ain't even the dark side of the internet. That's the kosher dark side of the internet.
Is it?
Can I feel the dark side?
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that. There's some places even Cuddles McSpanky won't go.
Yes, that's true. I mean, I'll go pretty much anywhere except for certain dark corners of the interweb. So what I have a Facebook thing coming through. I'm waiting for it to come through. Find out what the hell's going on here. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna take a quick break. Come back in just a moment. More with Cuddles and Spanky. Phone lines are open 856-330-4749. If you want to call in and talk to Cuddles. What?
This is Cuddles McSpanky, and you're listening to Verge of Sanity Radio. Ow! Bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts.
I'm using that from now on as a show intro.
It works for me.
That will from now on be the show intro.
Bethesda might get mad, but you could use it.
Huh?
Bethesda might get mad, but you could use it.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play. The album's not relatively new. It was out. It's been out for a little while now. As a matter of fact, it came out in that was last year. It came out, but the album is fantastic. It is 0.5 the Grade Chapter. It's Slipknot's most recent release, and the song we're gonna play, I believe, we're gonna go with. Let's see here. I think we're gonna go with Sarcastrophe to go into the next break here. So we're gonna play that, cue that up real quick, and while that's getting ready to play for you guys, we'll be back in just a few minutes. And Kristen, I'm sorry you can't connect from your computer. That sucks a lot, but keep trying. If not, just call us up and then listen to the show tomorrow to hear you talking on the radio. So we're back in just a little bit here on Verge of Sanity Radio with the one and only Cuddles McSpanky.
We'll be right back.
Discover what you truly got. Underneath the floor of it, you slither in all condition. How could you forget about it? Did you think you could minimize? This is the age of consent. You'll get a day in the sun before I kill your fucking lies. Burn up in your atmosphere. Burn up in your atmosphere. That's like what you devils. Only hell and name remain. Don't look for growth to scatter. Prepare for judgment time. We are killed. Yeah. The gates are falling down, and I find a way to get there. Bury your head in the ground. Will you falsify for your fair share? When it's done plus -1. It's everybody's guess what the other they want. Will you come testify in the court of my open companion? Or will you set it for oblivion? Yeah! We made Right, grudging sick in the middle of a never-ending fight, never obey. All these years spent hiding all the bodies I can never be sure, but I remember the grind. That's what we're saving. Are you prepared to be lame? Kill everything that kills you. Live long and die from Live long and die from Live long and die from
Welcome back, boys and girls. Well, hello, boys and girls.
Ladies and gentle clowns.
Yes, welcome back to Verge Sanity Radio. That was oh no, go away music. That was
You can do it. Use your words.
Sorry, brain fart. No, 0.5 the great chapter. Song was Sarcastrophe.
Yeah, Lip Snot.
Yes, Lip Snot. And this album was the first one they did without their without bassist Paul Gray and without drummer Joey Jordison, who Corey Taylor during interviews stated they split due to it was just needed. Apparently, he was going one direction and they didn't want to go that way anymore. So they let him go, and it was shitty. What? Oh, your braids. There's a different name for him, but there's a kid in the room. So, this is
They're handlebars. Thank you very much.
yes. So, this I came across the other day, and it was pretty mind blowing. When he was just 5 years old, Julian Hernandez disappeared. His mother had reported him missing August 2012 from Alabama, where he was, where it was suspected that his father, Bobby Hernandez, took him as part of a non-custodial parent abduction. Investigators tried in vain to find him, spending tireless hours doing everything they could to try to find him. It took 13 years for an update to come when authorities announced he had been found safe and unharmed in Ohio. Hernandez, now 18, was trying to apply for college when he found out that his social security number did not match his name. With help from a school, with help of a school counselor, the team discovered he was on the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The Cleveland FBI office received information that Julian Hernandez may be living in Ohio. On October 30th, members of the FBI's Violent Crime Task Force in Cleveland, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and the Vestavia Hills Police Department and the Birmingham Division of the FBI worked on this case. And on November 2nd, it was confirmed that Julian Hernandez had been found.
Imagine that. What was it? What are they called? Guidance counselor meeting. Billy, please come down to the guidance counselor. Turns out you've been exploited for a while.
Yeah.
Really?
Let's see. Bobby Hernandez was arrested and charged with one count of tampering with records. The charge stemmed from a documentation the elder Hernandez presented at the Driver's License Bureau in 2012. An arrest warrant was issued Thursday for Bobby Hernandez for the felony offense of interference with custody. The warrant concerns of taking Julian Hernandez from lawful custody of his mother August 20th of 2002. Bobby Hernandez will be held without bond once the warrant is served, and he is extradited from Ohio to Jefferson County, Alabama. So this kid went missing when he was 5, and everybody all but gave up on him being found, and he's told at 18 years old applying for college. By the way, you were kidnapped when you were 5 years old.
And
You're welcome.
His dad looks a lot like Shane from The Walking Dead.
He does. Oh my God. That is yes. His father is definitely Shane from The Walking Dead.
Grizzly Shane.
Here, real quick, look, just to verify, kid's father is Shane from The Walking Dead.
Nobody liked him anyway.
No, they didn't.
We didn't even like to hate him.
Yeah, I know.
Just nobody liked him.
Yeah, he was just fuck. There he is.
Oh, great! You're the scene. Well, fast forward.
Yeah, and DVR, just fast forwarding Shane. So I was told to bring this up on the show here, and I kind of got it because I found it absolutely hilarious.
All clowns are innocent until proven guilty.
And well, there was the guilt was pretty hardcore for this, sir. Apparently, I'm not sure if it happens all the time with a lot of people, but do you have a history of borrowing cell phones without permission?
Well, see, I didn't even borrow the cell phone, but here's what happens. If I find a cell phone and it's unattended, particularly one that's on the ground, if one's on a table or a chair or anything, I'll typically leave it alone. But if I find a cell phone on the ground, you're going to bet it's going to get McSpankied up. I'm going to put you're going to have a whole bunch of selfies on there, and it's going to be all in a folder, and it's all going to be labeled the McSpank Bank. And that's for you. You can keep that. That's free.
And that happened just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it did.
There's someone actually is here with us in the studio right now.
There was an unattended phone.
And she got in my car with me, and it was just this son of a bitch. I'm like, what? And it's showing all the pictures and the profile picture, then the wallpaper and the whole nine. I'm like, that is amazing.
And actually, I didn't even find the phone on the ground in this particular occasion. The phone was brought to me, and I forget who brought it to me, and they said, "Hey, this phone's lost. Could you make an announcement that we found somebody's phone?" So I made an announcement for whoever you got your mom on your home screen, rather. So I announced her mother's name or something. So you got somebody's name on the front. Call this person if you find this phone. So I announced that name a couple times, see if the person was there. Well, that didn't work. So I decided, well, all right, let's go see. Let's look through and say we can see whose phone this is. Sometimes they leave their Facebook open. Oh, it's unlocked. Let's go on their Facebook. Ooh, it's Babel's phone. We're gonna have a little fun today. So me and Sharon Needles, we had a fun old time, a gay old time, if you're going Flintstone style. And I'm lucky.
There are now.
Yeah.
Of me?
Not me.
Oh. Well, I don't know if that's luck. I mean, are you saying I'd be scarred?
Maybe.
Scared? I am scared.
It's scared.
That sounds like you got some little self-confidence issues over there. I mean, I'd be proud of that. Hey, look at this. Look what that clown can do. Hey, that ain't a balloon either. Talking. I'm talking about my ties that I wear frequently. Very masculine ties.
Yes.
That sometimes I make out of balloon animals.
Do you?
Yes.
All right.
And then pop them in children's faces.
Did you really call my mom?
I announced her name.
Okay. Kind of scared me now.
I'm scared. Hi, Mom. How you doing?
Mr. Kubrick.
It's the end of the night, and I just have to tell you that I'm tired of being a woman. I'm a man now.
Call me Kate. Or Bruce.
Yes. Bruce. Call me Bruce Campbell. I mean Jenner.
That's what I want to talk about before I forgot. On Halloween, I had to work, and it really pissed me off that I missed the debut of Ash vs. the Evil Dead on Stars. Cheap plug.
Oh, I didn't get to see that.
Damn it, I can't talk about that. Spoiler alert, Ash is there, and things happen, and shit goes down.
Well, yeah, I heard it on... I've heard the radio promos, and it sounds fantastic.
It is. The way they did it was, I mean, it's Sam Raimi's involved in it, and which is awesome. and he kept it very true to the original series.
Good. Very good.
They didn't change how the Deadites look. They didn't make any changes to the makeup. It's still that weird, like sunken face and the white eyes.
Now, we can talk about something else. How did you like The Evil Dead, the remake?
I liked it.
I liked it too.
It definitely. I mean, the movie itself. I liked the upgrade. I liked, what they did with it.
Now, to you, was it an Evil Dead movie though?
I don't know. I mean, because it's one of those things. To me, it's not an Evil Dead movie if it doesn't have Ash. But you still had Ash at the end of it. That the whole after credits scene, which was like, my buddy's like, dude, stay after the credits. No, I don't do that unless it's a Marvel film. Yeah, I've learned by now if it's a Marvel film, you stay after the credits because you're gonna get a hint as to the next movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you gotta stay after the credits. I'm like, fine. So I did, and it's that brief, 15 seconds, just groovy, and it's black screen. I'm like, it was totally worth it. But yeah, the movie itself, I liked it, but I don't know if it felt like an Evil Dead movie to me.
Yeah, I
because the Evil Dead movies have always been. I mean, they always had that comical sense to them.
This did. I mean, but it was a lot more subtle.
Yeah. I mean, just with Bruce Campbell in it, and Army of Darkness definitely hiked up the haha value of the movie.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, in the new series, he still drives the '78 Oldsmobile Delta 88.
Good.
He everything is so on point to how it would have looked 30 years after the first movie came out, and that's why I like it so much. But another movie I actually took both my kids to go see it was The Visit, which was by a Shyamalan movie.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, M. Night
Shyamalan. You know that's how it's pronounced, right?
Is it?
M. Night, yeah.
Are those M. Night? Because M period Night.
It's M. Night. Yeah, we're actually good friends, and he was telling me the other day, he's like, hey, I got this idea for a movie. It's going to involve grandparents. It's going to be like kind of a found footage type of thing. And I just can't find the good actors for it. And I was like, listen, M. Night, you got bigger problems. You got people pronouncing your name M. Night. Maybe we should solve that first, M. Night. M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes. Yeah, who Klaus is it's Shyamalan.
Yeah, it says M. Night Shyamalan.
And then M. Night. So there we go. So Klaus was correct with the pronunciation of the last name, and now you've corrected us on how you pronounce the first name.
Yeah.
So his name is actually, make sure we're correct here, M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay, perfect.
You got to get the correct amount of lama.
That's put a reference in my head to a movie that's one of those like B-list movies that has people have you ever seen? I think it was called Big Man on Campus.
It sounds familiar.
It was about a hunchback on some college. College campus.
Yeah, you lost me there.
and it was a comedy movie, and actually I tried to get her to watch, but she's like, nah, whatever. Walked away because it came out I think in the late '80s, maybe early '90s. And there's a scene in it where, because he has no name, so they asked him what his name. He said,
"Janitor."
But that's not Scrubs.
Yanni Tor.
He was Bob, and they go, okay, Bob, and what's your last name? And he goes, Maluga, Luga. And they go, Bob Maluga. He said, yeah, one Maluga, 4 Lugas. And it was just so So we have Manish Shyamalan, and then Bob Maluga. So but
and then in another '90s epic failure, which is still has a good place in my heart. Name, please, Mario. Last name, Mario. Name, please, Luigi. Let me guess. Last name, Luigi. No, Mario.
Luigi Mario. That's it.
Stupid, but I love it.
I ended up watching that film relatively recently, and I'm just like, why did this?
It's so bad, but it's so good at the same time because it's so bad. I love it. it's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones that, if it's on, you're like, is anybody watching? No, I'm gonna watch it. And there's somebody, comes in. Oh, what are you watching? Porn. I'm watching porn. And it's just,
Dinosaur, princess.
It's hentai. It's live action hentai. Here comes
yeah, there you go.
Here comes an octopus. That's
A mushroom octopus. Shut up.
Oh God, that went much further than it should have gone. So there was, but yeah,
You sound like you speak from experience.
Yeah, but there was I think one of my least favorite genres of film, going back to The Visit, is that I'm not a big fan of found footage.
I mean, neither.
I mean, when Blair Witch came out,
it's boring to me. It makes me seasick.
I mean, yeah, because and then the one that came out just before The Visit, I think it was what the hell was it? It was the one where they're in the catacombs in Paris. And
I don't even know. The last one that I can think of is the one where the Statue of Liberty's head fell off. What movie was that?
Planet of the Apes?
No. It was a found footage movie.
Oh,
supposed to be scary.
Cloverfield?
Yeah, Cloverfield.
Yeah, that horrible thing that happened.
Yeah, that really killed found footage for me.
But yeah, that's what they ended up doing. They in the catacombs, it was the same thing. The movie had a brilliant concept, had a great concept, but the fact that it was found footage made me not enjoy it as much as I would have if it was not a found footage film.
You're that guy in that meme, that very 1920s cartoon. Kill yourself.
Yeah, that's it. And that's with that and with The Visit's the same way. Visit's is a found footage film, but it's one that where I was able to tolerate a bit more than most others.
Well, it's M. Night Shyamalan, so
Yeah.
I mean, everything M. Night Shyamalan does, I pretty much like.
And there was of course I think one of my more selfies. I'm gonna put a big sticker up there that says "selfie free zone."
And actually, I gotta side with Sister Scare on this one. I enjoyed The Visit. I like the twist at the end.
Yeah, definitely. I took her. I took my youngest daughter to go see it because she wanted to go see it, and then
or not The Visit, The Village. Sorry, I like the twist at the end of The Village.
Oh, The Village.
I gotta agree with Sister Scare on that one.
I mean, I guess when you first see the twist, it's like, oh wow! Like most M. Night Shyamalan movies, that you see the twist for the first time. Oh, holy shit! All right. And then. But you start to watch it again, you're like, wow, actually that twist is actually kind of really poorly executed.
If you haven't before, watch the credit sequence of it, because it's actually really cool. They got the newspaper clippings and everything.
Do they? Okay.
And it really it adds to it. And that's kind of something that M. Night Shyamalan does. Very subtle additions that make a really big difference. It kind of makes the story sometimes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, with The Visit, I think what made The Visit as great as it was that it had no soundtrack. It had no background music.
I couldn't stand that.
It was just silence. When the movie was quiet, it was quiet. There was no strings, no nothing. So it added to the suspense. I was telling my youngest daughter, I was like, I don't think you're gonna like it because she is not a fan. No, the youngest one, which obviously isn't not you because you were obviously the oldest one.
The youngest one, me.
And then, but I was like, all right, and you want to go? Fine, I'll take you. But I know that she's not a fan of horror.
I mean, I gotta have at least. Do you know the name of that tune, by the way?
No, I don't.
Name that tune. Name that song. $100 if you can name the name of that song.
I have no clue.
I'll put that. I'll give that $100 to if a caller calls in and knows the name of that song. But
the name of the
name of
circus. Sorry,
Afro.
Polka dot, afro. So there you go. Anybody that calls in right now and knows the actual name of the polka dot afro circus song from Madagascar, The
tune
the
itself,
tune
yeah.
that he's singing it to. Cuddles will give you $100.
I'll give you $100.
And it will be in Monopoly money and the plastic houses, but he will give you $100.
$100 worth of Monopoly money
$100 worth.
and plastic houses, but I'll give it to you.
So do that, and I laugh my ass off. Somebody calls it. That's it. This is again going back to Star Wars for a second. Apparently, one of the actors, he may have let out a bit of a spoiler. In describing the moment, he found that he was being cast as Finn in The Force Awakens. J.J. Abrams sat me down.
Who's Finn?
I think
Is Finn Black Jedi?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Finn is Black Jedi. You know the one that it's racist and and whatnot.
I don't know any other way to describe him.
Yeah,
he's
Black
the
Jedi.
first one that isn't Mace Windu.
Yeah, or Sam, no, you're right. There was only one Black Jedi.
Yeah,
I got because Lando wasn't a Jedi.
I think it's great.
He was just an asshole.
Give me some more Black Jedis. I as much as people hate Mace Windu, I hear a lot of hate about Mace Windu. I love it.
Yeah,
I think it's great
because he was the most powerful Jedi in the galaxy. Because Yoda wasn't a human being.
Yeah,
so he was the most powerful human Jedi.
And you know what's interesting? They give a lot of flack for him having the purple lightsaber and that's racist.
Grape soda.
Well, they actually have there's a lot of backstory to why Mace Windu has that color lightsaber. He actually got that from saving an entire planet, and the people, they just had this gem and they gave it to him. He made it. It turns out it was compatible as a lightsaber crystal, so he uses that a lightsaber crystal.
Okay, so there's a story behind it.
Yeah.
So yes.
It's a book.
So the moment he found out he was cast as Black Jedi in Star Wars: The Force Awakens, it's something the gender, Black Doctor, Blonde Doctor,
Black Doctor, Blonde Doctor, Dr. Turkleton.
Abrams sent me down and said, "You're the new star of Star Wars." If you've been following the coverage, you'll remember that based on the latest trailer, we felt that Daisy Ridley's Rey will be the star of the upcoming film. The official poster points that direction, as well as Rey is larger than Finn.
Talk about a mindgasm.
And is positioned front and center. So basically, this guy may have just really revealed that he is like the one that's going to carry the franchise the next 3 movies.
Yeah, but I mean, didn't we kind of already know that just based on the trailers?
Yeah, being that he's Black Jedi.
Yeah, I mean, and there's so much footage of him.
And we know he won't die because, Black Jedi.
And we know he's not going to shoot anybody. That's for damn sure.
Because he's a stormtrooper too?
Yeah. I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson, he did a piece about, lightsabers actually working, and if they did actually work, they would actually be they would probably be made of gamma radiation. So not only would all the Jedi have gamma radiation lightsabers, they would also be Incredible Hulk Jedis because of gamma radiation. But he was saying, well, in the age of laser guns, why don't you just shoot the person from the distance? Well, if you're Stormtrooper Black Jedi, that's clearly not an option. We need the sword to sword fight.
Yes, exactly. So while we were sitting outside waiting for the show to start, a buddy of mine had posted a picture up, and the other day, it was yesterday, the current WWE champion, tore his ACL, MCL, and his
ABC, DCL.
Yeah, it was ACL, MCL, and his medical meniscus and his knee,
his DLS.
So he's done for this 9 months. And he had to drop the belt. And then the picture was, Seth Rollins tears muscles,
his CCR
out for CCR and his DDR, and his CPR,
yes.
And
his KGB,
his KGB, his FBI, CIA,
yes,
his NTB, his I can't think of it.
I went to the doctors once. I was having some heart problems, so they put that thing on my heart. The KGB.
Yeah,
turns out I'm all right.
That's a very good joke.
That's not me. I can't claim that one. That's Billy Gardell.
I like Billy Gardell. But the picture was it was that, and then it was so a new champion will be crowned at Survivor Series, and the bottom was and his name is John Cena, and it was the big explosion and whatnot.
Oh! I saw a promo for him. I think he was on
Jimmy Kimmel or something
Jimmy
like that.
Kimmel,
Yeah.
and he said, "Yeah." So I was watching a video, and it turned out to just be another meme of me.
Yeah, because it's gotten so popular now, but not a lot of people know where that clip comes from, where the whole and his name is John Cena thing. It came from this prank call from a couple years ago, and I'll play a little bit of it because it is relatively long. And my daughter's saying play all of it. I'll play a bit. I'll pause it once in a while.
If you play all of that, you play all of the Bane outtakes.
That's it. So this is I want to start doing this on this show. I just prank call people to get a bit of backstory
Prank angers
on the on the prank call here. Basically, this radio show they have a segment once a week where they prank call people's like husbands, wives, moms, daughters.
Calls from Cuddles.
That'd be great. And basically they ended up. Someone called in. This guy called in and he said, "My wife said we could never have wrestling in our house ever again. We watched the pay-per-view. She didn't like the fact that it was there, so she basically banned any wrestling from our house." So they took it and they ran with it in the most wonderful way, and they pranked her as if they're trying to sell.
I've heard
a
this
pay-per-view.
And it is fantastic.
What the? Oh, are you kidding me? Jessica Ellis. The name of the circus song is "Entry of the Gladiators." Is that correct?
It is, but you didn't call in.
Yeah, she didn't call in. You didn't get $100. Ha ha ha!
Didn't call in. If you called it, well, now everybody knows.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we can't do it anymore.
Take Jessica's answer. Run with it.
You ruined it for everybody.
Calling right now, 856-330-4749. You win $100 worth of Monopoly money in plastic houses.
Actually, you know what? I'll top that. I will give you $100,000.
So $100,000, and if you call in right now and just say the name of the song is "Entry of the Gladiators."
That's it.
That's all you have to do. It's like Celebrity Jeopardy when they have to play a game, and Trebek is just this number comes between 3 and 5. Just write your name. Yeah. Just write a number.
Your name.
3.
What was it? Kebert
Yeah,
Zella?
Kebert Zella. That's how I get him back to the 5th dimension where he belongs. Does he
age, by the way?
Oh, Alex Trebek?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think so.
He's from that dimension.
Him and Captain Kirk.
Yeah, Captain Kirk doesn't age. Well, no, Captain Kirk doesn't age.
Well, he aged, but now he doesn't anymore.
Oh yeah. Who else doesn't age? Patrick Stewart doesn't age.
Chuck Norris doesn't age.
No. Let's see who else. Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Well, he ages a little bit.
A little bit, but it's that he's a vampire. I saw that picture from the 1800s.
Yeah,
that's
Superman.
Nicolas Cage.
Did you see Superman?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Yeah, and let's see what else.
Cage is Superman, best ever.
And then oh shit, I got a call. Please, dear God, call in and say the name of that song so I can laugh. That'd be great. I hear my own voice in the background. Please turn it off. Thank you. Who is this? Hello?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Oh my God, I can hear myself. Can turn your laptop down.
Okay, I paused it.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm the one who commented on the stats.
All righty.
So you want $100,000, but unfortunately it is a candy bar.
Are you familiar with the $100,000 candy bar?
Yes.
Yay!
Now, how can she pick up the $100,000 candy bar?
Oh, well, she can come by, I don't know, Bloodshed Farms when we're open again.
Or just carry it with you at Monster Mania for all 3 days.
Yeah, I will carry it with me. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up your $100,000 candy bar and carry it around with me until I find you, and it's gonna be all melty and mushy, and it's gonna be delicious by the time you get it. But you remind me if you find me and tell me that you were the one that knew the name of the song, and tell me that you want to cash in for your $100,000. I don't care where I am. I will go get that for you. Get that $100,000 candy bar.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, Jess. Thank you very much for calling in.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye-bye. So now you'll have a stalker for the next,
That's all right.
couple of weeks.
More,
So
more McSpanky Minions, more better.
I love my candy bar.
Thanks for the candy.
That's it.
Boom, boom, boom. I hate Dan Cook.
Yeah, so do I. It's just he's one of those comics that just bothers me.
He's one of those comics where the quotes of his comedy are more funny than his comedy.
Yeah.
Like kind of like Monty Python, except Monty Python's actually good.
Yeah. Like if you quote Dane Cook, you're actually funnier than Dane Cook was.
Yeah.
Saying that line.
Yeah, tremendously.
Yeah. What was the one? I was in the Galleria in the parking structure, and it was what's that paved with? It was in a Chase movie. I can't stand him. I can't stand when he was doing small comedy clubs, he was more tolerable. And then when he went and started playing these big, stadiums and arenas, George Carlin never needed to play Madison Square Garden.
But he did.
He never had to play the Boston Garden. He was content just playing in a small, maybe 1,500 seat, 2,000 seat comedy venue.
Well, comparing Dane Cook to George Carlin is a lot like comparing doo-doo butter to Jesus.
Well, I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying that, if you're a comedian, you have to look at the things that you got people before you did.
Mountains and molehills. That's what you got here. I mean, I don't even honestly. I don't know why he got so popular.
Neither do I.
And I'll admit it. There was a time when I was 13 and I thought his comedy was funny.
and you're 14.
Then I turned 14, and that was it. By the way, 19-year-old kid. When I was 13, we did have to actually, drag our feet in the car to stop it and run. Everybody in the family had to run really fast to get the car going again. So 19-year-old kid that's listening, don't worry.
Yeah. So real quick, I know this one wants to hear a little bit. So this is a bit of the clip.
This week's phone scam. Check it out.
Hello?
I have just one question for you. Are you ready?
Am I ready for what? Who's this?
Are you ready for this Sunday night when WWE champ John Cena defends his title in the WWE Super Slam? Right now, you can order this awesome pay-per-view event for just $59.99.
I'm sorry, no, there is not any chance in hell that we're ever going to have wrestling in this house again. But thank you, but no. Have a good day.
So that was. I'll see what I find.
Knock it off for 5 calling. Hello?
I'm watching you.
Excuse me?
That's exactly what The Undertaker told John Cena.
What?
But will he be able to take the belt from the mightiest champion in WWE history?
The Undertaker, also somebody who doesn't age.
Oh yeah, yeah. What? The what? Oh, I'm trying to find the military one. I think is.
If this is those wrestling again.
Okay, good morning. Hi, I'm just calling this morning to ask if you're a supporter of the United States military.
Now, this is actually where the clip comes from that you hear in every John Cena video.
Oh my God, I apologize. We've been getting calls all morning. I apologize. And yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I am.
Great. Are you a supporter of the Marine Corps?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Great, because a former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps needs your support.
And his name is John Cena. Get in the ring and put boots
There we go.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? I can't even handle this. I cannot handle this.
She said, I can't not handle this.
Yeah, can't not. When you're so pissed off at John Cena, you can't form proper sentences.
Me M's, they make sense. Talk good today, me do.
Yeah, I mean, it's so that's for all anybody who questions. That's exactly where that and this David. That's where it comes from, and I love that show for doing that because it's given me more ideas to do to help this show grow. But I mean, I felt bad for her for a little bit because she got so bad. She was like in tears at one point just crying.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, and it was just, and they kept, and the more they called her, the lower the price got for the show, and the longer they held the name of the show.
John Cena.
No, the first it was Super Slam, and by the end it was just Super Slam. That was good.
You like that?
Yeah, that was wow. That hurt my throat.
Your throat hurts.
I can
Really?
I can imagine
Really?
how you feel. Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah. So real quick, just to make sure I got all the bases covered and stuff.
Who's on first?
What's on second?
I don't know. Who's on third?
Oh, I used to know all the players and the positions. I miss comedy like that.
Good comedy.
Yeah.
Well, I like Three Stooges, you know.
So do I.
A plumbing we will go and then all that. Yeah.
Like-
These wires in these pipes. These pipes are full of wires.
Hey Mo.
Hey Mo. Hey Larry.
Hey Mo, come here, man, Mo.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
But just make sure I get all the bases covered here. Before we end the show, you can follow Cuddles McSpanky on Twitter and Instagrams
And the Facebook.
and
as
the
well.
Facebook and the Facebook as he stated was pulling up here was Cuddles the Haunted Clown, which doesn't make any sense because he does not like clowns.
They're vile creatures.
They are.
Vile creatures.
And then the Facebook is just Cuddles McSpanky.
Yeah,
And
well,
s-
if you look up Cuddles McSpanky, you'll find it on pretty much any social media outlet.
And again, that's on the Instagrams. That is on the Twitters. You can follow us on Twitter at Verge_radio. You can follow us on the Instagrams. Thank you. At Verge_radio. Find us on Facebook at Verge.
We got a caller.
Do we?
It was blinking.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who's calling in? Call back. Thank you. Shit. No, there we go. Virgin Center Radio. Who is this?
It's Klaus.
It's Klaus. Klaus. Hello, Klaus.
I heard you guys playing the John Cena. I like that.
Klaus,
I'm a big fan. I want that candy bar as well.
Oh, hey, Klaus, you know I got a candy bar for you always.
Oh, I like that. I like the thick as a Snicker bar, correct?
Yes, very
Like
extra
your
thick.
style. You guys have been doing so good on the radio.
Thank you. I'm glad you called in. Thank you.
You're welcome. I've been listening. I was like, oh, when would Klaus be a good time to call? And now it seems like the best time. Because
Wait
it's almost
to the end of the
time.
show. That's
I hope you don't get offended that I told your life story a little bit.
It's okay. You know, I normally don't talk to Mama and Papa, but, you know, sometimes it is good to reminisce about the Keebler elf family.
Yeah.
And Keebler still does suck.
Yes. Yeah, well, you know.
But they
Oh.
left me as the same, foster families that they left Bruce Wayne in, and it was horrible.
Yeah, it was. I remember that night, and
Pretty shitty.
yeah, well, you know, that's what you get for paying a guy a crappy hitman to only kills the parents. He doesn't finish the job.
If they would have just given the pearls.
Hey, if they gave the job to Cuddles McSpanky, there wouldn't be a Batman to worry about.
Oh, see? That's jealous. That's jealousy. Batman is the man. Keebler sucks. Oreos are good. Batman is the man.
I forgot. Oreos are good.
Oreos are good.
Oreos are good.
Now-
They come with the basic bit starter kit.
Now,
Yeah, pumpkin spice.
yes, they do.
Oh, I like that's the basic bit starter kit with the coupon for the yoga pants and the Uggs.
I haven't tried these yet. Klaus, we gotta have a pumpkin spice party, and
Me and you will interlock arms and we'll dip them into each other's milk, if you know what I mean.
nice. I gotta go get my Uggs and dust them off.
Oh, no, see, I do own a pair of Uggs, but they're made out of the skin of all my enemies.
Now,
So I don't have Uggs.
Klaus,
I love everybody.
I know that at Bloodshed last Friday, that Sister Scare and Father Fear had brought you a lot of candy corn.
They paid me for the night.
Now, how have you finished it off, or are you storing it?
I ate one whole bag that evening. I'm not even lying.
You should see his cheeks. He kind of looks like a squirrel or chipmunk. It's candy
I
corn.
have the Kim Kardashian on the back of me. Not
Yes.
the candy corn.
Yes.
And
I wasn't talking about his facial cheeks.
Oh, I was talking about my butt cheeks. But, that's neither here nor there.
and that's because of the freebasing of it, injecting it in, and then it gets harder, like the T1000.
It's the only way.
Healthier
For me.
that way.
Is it?
It's very low in calories, but high in pain.
He can't sit anymore.
No, I just have a hard ass because I am a hard ass.
Yeah, don't slap it.
Don't slap it.
You'll break it.
When you hit it, it's like punching a cinder brick wall.
Yes. Yes.
It hurts.
Except
It's
with
crisp.
how candy corns are pointy, you know, because they're triangle. Yeah, don't punch
Klaus is
triangles.
pointy now.
Well,
Yes. Thank you for letting me come onto your radio show. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, have a good one, Klaus.
See you.
I wasn't expecting Klaus to call in, but that was very fantastic that he did.
He says, "Good thing I was looking at the fancy blinking box."
Yeah, I know. It should be like here because I mean it's a better placement for because you would think the person sitting here is going to be looking at that screen.
You know, you got that
and not
monitor
that
right
one.
there, right?
Huh?
You know, you got that monitor.
Well, yeah,
you
but
can
I can barely read the shit on that one. I can see it just fine here.
sit closer.
I can barely read what the hell the damn thing says. But oh wait, where the hell did we go? There it is.
Hey, cool! I can do stuff by pushing buttons.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
That's it.
He put me in front of a keyboard and expected me not to touch something eventually.
Yeah, I know. So again, where were we? Oh yeah, Verge of Sanity Radio on Facebook. You can hopefully this week we're going to have a ticket giveaway. I cannot tell you what it is just yet because we're waiting on the ink to dry on
You got another
contracts and stuff. Do we?
Yeah.
Everybody waits till we get almost over to call it. Ah! Verge of Sanity Radio. Who is this? Oh, damn, hold on. Verge of Sanity Radio. Who is this?
Hello, it's Kristen.
Hello, Kristen. How are you?
Hey, girly.
Hey, Cuddles.
How are you tonight?
I'm good. Finally got my computer to work.
About damn time.
It only took like 20 million tries.
Yeah.
It finally worked, and I was able to listen to the whole show without muffledness.
Nice. Oh, that is awesome. I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah. So, just wanted to say hello to everybody and give shout-outs to Bloodshed Farms.
Definitely. BloodshedFarmsFearFest.com.
Oh, yeah.
And also the Cuddles. You want to say something?
Yeah, that also reminds me. If any of you demented creeps out there who are listening to the radio right now, if you're looking, to be a part of the Bloodshed, get in contact with me or get in contact with the Bloodshed Farms website and definitely, sign up. We're always looking for some fresh meat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we're already hiring for next season, so.
Yeah, so again, reach out to the website or the Cuddles, or even reach out to me, and I'll direct you where to go, and we'll get some fresh meat in there for Cuddles and Klaus, and
especially if you have a talent. I like watching talents.
I'm sure you do.
Absolutely. We like when people, can contort themselves in weird figures and hang themselves upside down. So we're always looking for those types of freaks.
Yes, we love the freaks at the Bloodshed.
If you're a freak like me.
Now,
oh, yeah, for sure.
Now, were you just hearing Klaus call in?
I did listen to Klaus call in.
Oh,
yes,
he's always a blast to speak to.
It was easy for me to sneak in right after him.
It would be. And the problem is that, like I was saying, between his call and your call, I can't see the button from where I am. I can't see the blinking phone light from where I'm sitting.
I'm gonna have to be a permanent fixture.
So Cuddles here is pointing out to me every time the phone rings, so I can actually get everything all set up and ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man! Oh well, Kristen, I do want to thank you for calling in and for listening itself, and enjoy the rest of your night.
So I got 3 callers,
huh?
Absolutely. I do plan on coming on the show as well. So.
I hope so. Whenever you're free, whenever you want to come on, just pop on by, just reach out to me via the Verge page or my own page, and we'll set something up.
Absolutely. You guys have a great night.
You do the same. Thank you.
I just want to point out.
Cuddles.
Bye. I just want to point out that Klaus got 1 caller and I got 3 so far.
Yes.
I'll just go with you, Klaus.
That is true. Wow. And
I had to bribe for 1.
Well, he got 1 caller, and it was also because that he gave Sister Scare and Father Fear their names.
Well,
like right there on the spot, gave them their names.
I want to upgrade Father Fear to Deacon Figure. That name was tossed around quite a bit, and I'm still I'm attached to it.
Deacon Figure. I like that. That's clever.
Yeah,
Right?
like that was Uncle Psych. That's an Uncle Psych original.
Was it? Okay. So aside from that, let's see. I'm not sure I got them covered still. Real quick before I forget, there are 2 wrestling events happening this month from our buddies over at Combat Zone Wrestling. You can find all the information at czwrestling.com. The one you can order actually via you can get it through CZW's iPay-per-view website. And you can it's CZW Cerebral, which takes place in Dayton, Ohio, and it happens actually this coming Saturday. The match card looks pretty stacked in and of itself. You have David Starr going against Tim Donts. You have Connor Claxton against Eric Ryan. Dave Christ versus Lucky 13. Danny Havoc versus Alex Colon. Devin Moore versus Jake Christ. Joe Gacy versus Joey Janela. And Matt Tremont putting the CZW World Heavyweight Championship on the line against CZW owner DJ Hyde. That event takes place in Dayton, Ohio this coming Saturday. You can order it live. Go to czwrestling.com for all the info. And then Night of Infamy, which happens on November 21st, which is the event right here in Voorhees, New Jersey at the Flyer Skate Zone, 601 Laurel Oak Road in Voorhees, New Jersey. And that is actually a deadly doubleheader. It is CZW and WSU Cherry T, which is they are wrestling the women's promotion, and it will feature Jessica Havoc and Matt Tremont against Pepper Parks and Allison Ray. And then you have David Bates versus Solo Darling and Dollhouse versus Team Tremendous. And then the CZW portion will be the Hooligans versus Team Tremendous. Danny Havoc versus AR Fox, Drew Gulak versus the King of Deathmatch, Masada, and then finally Greg Excellent versus Connor Claxton. More matches to be announced soon. Tickets start at just $20 and can be bought online or purchased at the door. If you can't be there in person, you can go to streamczw.com to purchase the live stream of that show as well as the one coming from Dayton, Ohio. That being said, I believe we have all of our bases covered. Cuddles, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
And thank everybody for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. And hopefully by tomorrow we have some kind of a ticket announcement for you because November is reaching into the holiday season. And what we're going to do is I want to give everybody a brief preview as to what we are going to do for the entire month. Well, obviously, except for today because we don't have anything to give away. We're actually going to play with each guest we have on the show or the full studio. We're going to play a game that I actually thoroughly enjoyed called Two Truths and a Lie. And basically, we're going to take a caller to call into the show, and they're going to pick the person telling the truths and the lie, and they're going to pick a person to have to guess which it is. Now, I'm going to do it real quick because I haven't played it in a while. I do really enjoy to play it. And I'm going to let you pick which one you think is the lie that I'm telling.
All right.
And we're going to do it for the next 3 weeks of November to give away some tickets as well. So my two, so here's my three, and just from here, like, I want to know this now. My legal first name is Hugh. I at one point in time owned a DeLorean. I had the police called on me because the Jehovah's Witnesses thought I murdered somebody.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with your legal name being Hugh is the lie.
It's not.
It's not,
it
really?
Is not. Yes, my first name is Hugh.
Wow.
The lie was the DeLorean.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I did have the police call me because witnesses thought I murdered somebody.
I knew that one was true. There was no question. I was stuck between a DeLorean and Hugh.
Yes, my what? What? I'm getting a stare. What's the stare for?
Your real name is Hugh?
Yes, my first name is Hugh. I'm Hugh Lynn Creighton III.
Nice.
Hulin.
And because I hate that name, that's why there's no Hewlin Creighton the fourth. So that is
You know, I'm Snuggles McSpanky the third, right?
Cuddles Snuggles McSpanky.
The third.
The third?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's two
It's a
more.
family name.
There's two more of you?
Maybe.
The hell is this?
This is the little lip sync thing that we were doing a little bit earlier. Lip sync battle.
Oh, that's it.
You know, the one I had with myself.
Yes. Also, when the show's over, I'm going to post up on the Facebook. I'm not sure if you've already done it yet. If you haven't, hop on our Facebook and throw it up there. Yeah, your mic's on.
I will be posting it in just a second.
Okay, yeah. So post it up there, and I'll share it around as we open the show up with Disturbed's cover of U2's Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. Cuddles was here doing lip sync battle with himself to the song, and it was brilliant. He was doing guitar, drums, singing, the whole nine.
Wouldn't be the first part that I played with myself. I really like solitaire.
I don't like solitaire, but I do. Never mind. So that being said, we're going to end the show on that note. Again, sir, thank you very much. We hope to have you on again in the future.
Oh, yeah.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Just call me and I'll be on. I'll come running.
Well, no, all I'll do is just say your name 3 times on the show.
That's it.
And you'll show up.
Yeah, well, it takes me a little bit while to get, past the front door. Why is that locked? Stop locking it.
Sorry. So that being said, guys, thank you so much for calling in. To Kristen, to Klaus, who else?
Jessica,
for calling in and for having the correct name of that song. And just come find Cuddles and you'll get your 100 grand bar. Obviously, it's going to be melted and disgusting, but it will still be delicious. Again, thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. And don't forget, it is now technically close to the holiday seasons. So don't punch anybody in the face if they say happy holidays to you. Halloween is over, unfortunately. So now we're reaching the crest of that mountain of the happy holiday season.
Where the weather outside is frightful. But punching faces is so delightful.
There we go. All right, guys.
And if you break someone's nose, bloody snow, bloody snow, bloody snow.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend and take care from all of us here at Verge of Sanity Radio. Bye-bye.